Ladies and G's, boys and G's, it's the forbidden son of athletics, KaraboJ, with another episode of the TrackInsider ZA. I am not alone, I am with.
He is here with Thapelo, Mhlanga, aka Thappies.
A lot.
It helps with a lot.
I think if maybe in any sport, ne, or basic athletics or long distance training, and then maybe transition to whatever that you need to do, you can do well. Like as long as there's maybe long jogs or long interval training.
You know what happens? You have long jogs, but when you do a different sport, you need to get fit for that sport first before the long jog can actually be able to assist you.
But I think you can.
You can't just. Nah.
I think you can.
Until only when I started getting fit in karate, then only did the mileage start to really kick in, and I could see good snare. I can last a whole hour fighting now, a whole hour fighting. Before it was 30 minutes and I was out. Now I can see the benefits of my long jogs.
It's maybe the same as, for instance, if you want to prepare for track,
yeah,
you need speed and speed endurance, né?
You need to work on your speed.
What complements that is the long run that you maybe do during the track season or the morning jog. So the workouts are the most important things.
Yeah.
But then
the run also, the run plays exactly.
But it supports both.
That's why you must be fit.
Yeah. Ladies and G's, boys and G's, it's the forbidden son of athletics, KaraboJ. We are back with another episode of the TrackInsider ZA. I am not alone, I am with.
It is with Thapelo Mhlanga, aka Thappies, man, and we are back. Let's get crazy.
We are back with the series of talking about mental health and athletics. Last week, we spoke about basically the introduction of it and how it maybe starts or affects athletes from a foundation phase of where they're from, and we spoke about the initial one is maybe mentally or physically being there to support the athlete. This week we are back. I wish to make it a bit maybe personal this week, whereas we get into have we ever been faced with some mental health issues or mental issues that we were dealing with within the sport, positive or negative, because it could be both ways.
It could be both ways.
Yeah. And another thing is what's happening. Something that's happening. That World Athletics Awards nominees are out. And voting is by social media.
Yeah.
I think
it's happening on social media, and then
the more you like a picture is like
the
a
more
vote.
The more vote. Isn't it SMS? SMS.
No, can't be.
It's
not. World Athletics nominees are out. A couple of athletes are nominated. I think the usual suspects are out and nominated. We'll probably post the picture maybe around or just here for you guys to see that the nominees. Please go vote for every athlete. I think I'll vote for every athlete. It's not about who deserves it more, but I'm gonna vote for everyone, and then I wanna see
at the end what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and another thing, let's embed Key Day this week. Not actually this week. Last Sunday, she literally ran a 62
on
50, 21K.
By way,
world record, a new one. I think by more than 1 minute or more than 90 seconds.
That's 62.
Yeah, if you calculate that, that's a 258 or 256, 257 per K.
Yes.
On a 21K. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with athletics. But if females just did this,
doesn't take you back to the conversation we had earlier this year. What happened? It always does.
Yeah.
It always just freaking drags.
Some people are feeling like it's scientifically it's impossible. I guess science will forever be proven wrong with time. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy when
you can't limit the human being.
Yeah, when I saw the race in Valencia, I was like, what's happening? She's fast.
She's fast. We must probably flow to be able to run 258 for 21 kilos.
Yeah, that's 2 minutes 58 seconds.
Wait
every kilometer.
Wait till 310
Yeah.
310 per K. Imagine that 310 per K, Baba. You are not moving. Running. You are
3 minutes per K. You're moving.
And you do say 3 consistent 3 kilometers, and you're like
you are moving.
And then that's when you realize that this pace was an accident.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference between world class and local class.
In local class.
Yeah, well done to her. She broke a world record that was standing for like a year or maybe over a year. Or even this year, I think. Yeah, because it was broken this year, I think. Well done to Letsenbet Gide. Another one in that race, I think they were running a marathon after that. I'm forgetting the guy. Bashir Abdi broke the European record in the marathon. I think he went 2-3. You know, a couple of guys went like ran their PBs.
2:03, damn, that's actually fast.
New York Marathon, 1 week to go as well. So yeah, those are the news around. Oh, and another athlete, we lost another athlete due to a murder as well. He was from Ecuador, and yeah, unfortunately we lost another athlete in the athletics community. Rest in peace to him. It's a guy, he was a world championship bronze medalist in 2019. Yes, in Doha. I think, let me not lie and say I remember the name.
An event there?
It's either, no, can't be 400. Is it 400? 400 or 200, one of the two.
400 meter flat athlete.
Yeah, 400 flat or 200, one of the two.
Third place. First was Wade. Ah, my gosh, yeah.
Wade, 2019. Think about it, Doha.
Yeah. When did Wade get injured?
Wade was out until 2021.
When did he get injured? 2019?
No, 2017 late or 2018 early, because he was out for Doha. Doha world champ was
it was tall skinny guy.
Yeah.
Stephen Gardner. Yes, I remember.
Yeah. But anyways, in that good conversation of talking about world champs and all that, let's move to now our topic of the day, which is mental health in athletics. Personally, have you ever been affected? Have you ever had a mental health issue, whether it be positive or negative? And what was it caused by? And how did you deal with it?
It's hard to say, but I think everyone deals with mental problems in their life in a certain kind of way. But I don't know if I could say I never dealt with a mental health where I needed to sit in front of a psychologist or have to do anything like that. It was mostly just going through something personal, which was maybe hard, and I just always had to find a way how to work through it or around it, and work on it then. But then personally, I don't think I've had a big suffer, fortunately. God willing, I don't ever have one until but then I think mental health is quite important for a person, even if you don't struggle with anything in specific, but then just taking care of yourself mentally is always good, having good mental health and everything like that. So I think one should always keep it up. Don't just take care of it knowing that you have a problem at that time, even if you don't. I think it's always something to secure and make sure that you could.
Have you ever had at that stage where maybe you were going through something and it affected your athletics?
Yeah, definitely. There are times where when you go through something, then I just be like, okay, where's the game? It affected my athletics in the sense of I couldn't be there. Where as if I would go there, maybe I wouldn't be at athletics, but for me, mostly I got used to using athletics as my distraction or a sport. So whenever I would be going through something mentally or it's something huge for me, I would be very pleased, or I would rather be on the track or in the gym or something like that, because that takes away from the situation and that gets to be my stress reliever. So for me, that was always my go-to place. In the beginning, it wasn't like that. It obviously takes time, but I think for me, that's what distracts away. But then other than that, outside, it puts me in the zone when I'm there. But when I'm in the world facing my own situation again, then it just distracts away from athletics, and athletics doesn't come to my mind.
Yeah, so what
Sometimes
I'm getting
I even want to skip training. I feel like, you know what, today, yes, it makes me feel better, but I just feel like not even being at training at all.
Yeah, what I'm getting is that it's athletics is the stress reliever, or it's the psychologist.
The psychologist
it's where
for
you
me.
maybe get better.
Better, yeah.
But at the same time, when you leave, you're like, I
didn't solve it.
Yeah.
I didn't solve anything. Yes, to run made me feel better because it made me think what it's like. It feels like it opens up my brain, and I can think of a lot. And because now you're on the road for 45 minutes, literally you are running.
Yeah.
You are gonna think about a lot.
Yeah, the concentration is sort of somewhere else.
Yeah. Even though you can have music or whatever, your mind will always, guys, even in athletics, you can be so freaking concentrated in a race. But I promise you, even if you run 800 meters, 800 meters is a race that takes 1 minute 50 seconds. You can be super concentrated. Yeah. But 50 seconds of that 1 minute 50 second race, you're not even gonna think about the race.
Well, what are you thinking about?
I swear.
Maybe it's the first lap.
Yeah. Now I won't lie. I could run, man, dude, when I race. I could literally race and I could run and be like, after here, I'm definitely getting some KFC. And then I swear. And then I see someone and then I'm like, shit, I haven't seen that person in a long time.
Yeah.
What? I gotta see you after the race. Jiggy, I'm by the 300 and then you sprinting. I'm like, okay, now you see when it starts to come to a point, now we are breaking, we are sprinting. Yeah. That's when I concentrate with Ziawa, no. Ziawa, because we are sprinting.
But I think you do.
But the first lap, I'm concentrated, but I can sometimes see the stuff happening outside. Yeah. I will see that Karabo is standing by the finish line. And I'll be like, no, it depends what race it is. Yeah. If it's a hard race from the get-go, I won't. But if it's a race that's doable, a 155 race,
begging is just blurry, like there's like this tunnel vision. I can hear the sounds, I can hear who it is, but you
don't see the person.
Yeah, man, the only thing that I see is actually the people, it's either in front of me or at the back of me. Well, I don't look at the back, but the people in front of me or wherever I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think too much about the race when I'm in the race, not before the race, not after, but when I'm in the race. And I think it affects performance in some way.
It does.
But we'll get there. On my side,
what about
I think the maybe the mishaps or the setbacks that I've had mentally of question, it's I've never had a time or certain stage where I was like, I'm really like mentally out of this. Never in my life. I've never, fortunately so, I've never been in a point whereby maybe I had anxiety, depression or any mental health issue besides from athletics, that led to me having or affecting my athletics side.
Yeah.
It has never happened. But what I can say is what comes to play and that has hit me is injuries.
Yeah.
Those are the things that has hit me, I think, but when I was younger. Now I learned to understand them. I learned to say, you know what, it's part of this process. If you get it, just deal with it. I believe that dealing with an injury is part of
making you
preparing for whatever you're preparing for.
Yeah. And so, it makes you way, way, way stronger mentally.
When it happened, I think maybe 2019 off season, because we were training hard, and this was a time where you could literally get your fitness. Like you could literally remember I'm getting here, and everyone is like faster, and I'm thinking, okay, off season is the time to use to catch up to these guys, and then boom, you get injured during that time.
Yeah,
I think it was my shins.
Yeah, I remember 2019 off season was a rough.
Yeah,
that was a bit of a rough season.
Yeah,
I remember 2019 season was a bit rough, ladies and
so
gents.
A lot happens. You think about it, you're like, what's going on? What's going on? Why is this happening? You start asking yourself questions. Why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
Am I even meant for the sport?
For the sport. So much questions down through your mind.
Just a few hours later, I'm like, you know what, we will come back, We will come back, just a few days of resting. And another thing that helps is if you're an athlete, watch athletics videos or races.
Yeah,
you will get back the motivation immediately.
You do.
Yeah, you'll realize how much you love the sport, and you'll be like, I think
it
come back strong.
It has It has, every sport has that, because you look at the video and you imagine yourself in that person's shoes. Or if I was in those shoes,
then you're motivated.
To come back and work hard and slowly. And it's always so hard when you want to start and come back. But then after a month of working hard, then you start to see, okay, I'm actually kind of starting to have progress in this. I'm liking the direction that I'm going to. I like where I'm heading to. Such stuff start to happen.
And another thing, seeing physios or biokineticists, we are fortunate in that regard, because seeing those people sort of also gives you some type of hope. You know that, okay, along this journey of healing, you're not alone. You go to this person or these people, you see them maybe once or twice a week, and therefore they give you sessions, like you feel the sessions, but before the sessions, there's obviously the healing part. You need to completely rest and be out of it for at least until you are pain-free. And then when you are pain-free, that's when you can start your recovery or strengthening programs or whatever, that can get you back to maybe the level that you want to be at.
Yeah.
And that entire process is also part of the athletics process. You can't skip that progress or that process. You cannot sit and be like, I'm injured, damn the sport, I'm never coming back, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
no,
you can never
do something, get through it, and come back. I believe sometimes people who go through injuries come back stronger than the people who did not have them.
Yeah, but then sometimes an injury can be such a setback in sense of you have reached a particular fitness and this is now the peak of your fitness. And that being the peak, and then you get injured at that time, you will always have that peace of mind of, damn, am I gonna get there? And there is always the question that, let's say when I used to get injured, I would always think I'm so fit, and if I didn't get injured, I would have just built on top of my fitness and just kept on going.
Yeah,
but then that's not even the case.
Ifs in this sport, like if I saw that does not work in this sport.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Don't say, hey, I wanna last year when I hit like I'd rather just work now. Because you're only maybe hurting yourself.
Yeah.
If you say, yo, Joe, there was a point in my life I was hitting, Joe, like just work from what you have. Don't say if. Just work from there. And another question, Joe, I think we did not really touch on it, how to deal with it, and how maybe we dealt with it if there was mental health issues. And I want to mention like a positive, which is being patient. It's that's the positive side of my mental health. I've always been positive. I've always found a way to mentally convince myself, and it's not to like really convince myself, but it is what it is, and it's there that I'm doing this because I love this. I'm doing this because of the passion that I have, not because if I'm not successful I will die. Yeah. So therefore I have to have the patience for the sport.
Yeah, you have to.
So that's what has been working for me, be patient and do it consistently. Consistency, I think that's the biggest thing in everything.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing in everything. We know it as well. I'm not the best consistent person, but I know it.
When you start to become consistent, that's when you see the result yourself. No man, Mona because I've been doing this every day. You start literally having muscle memory. I want to get into muscle memory is so true.
Yeah. How about this now, ne? I think this has happened to most athletes, if not all. You have the fitness from training.
Yeah.
You're going into the race, but you race like shit.
It happens.
Your race is like the worst. You're like, It happens to, if not almost.
And then
like you even maybe sometimes the training confidence.
You do. It happens. One thing we need to realize, you can even be on the peak of your fitness, and you could go to training one day and just bro, you run like You run like it
has happened to you. It has happened to
it
you.
has. It has. I've even raced on a point, the Wednesday. The Wednesday when I amazing.
Yeah.
I went for a massage. After that, I was relaxed. Friday, I went to the track. I did a run. I warmed up, and I was like, tomorrow they in trouble.
Maybe the Friday was the flop, but
and then, no, it was just a jog. It was just a jog stretching. Saturday, I stretched. I feel good. When the gun shot, my body just went and it hit face down. And I could feel throughout the first 400. I think we leapt like a 55. But that 55 felt like hell. I felt like this is an accident.
It's also something that hits athletes.
It does.
Because man, like I'm saying, you even lose the confidence of training. Like, if you've been working so much and then you race this bad.
It's this situation. You train 4 years for one race to make it to the final year Olympic.
Yeah.
When you get to the final year Olympic, you are sharp at DQ. And then it's possible. Learn as a sharp go national. And then sharp go national like
DQ.
Yeah, they've got DQ'd at nationals before.
Okay, how do we deal with that, the bad race?
Dog, obviously,
after training so hard and
you have to believe and you have to know. One thing in the beginning it was hard, but then it was always that situation. Now, why? Why is it happening to me? But I grew older and I started understanding more how a body works and responds. That you can be fit, but there can come a day where your body just doesn't do the most for you. And I would accept it. You know that you know what. Even though there's a day where your body doesn't respond, sometimes pushing past that feeling, it can up with you how.
Yeah.
There are people that'll tell you, Ray, the first 400, my body didn't want to race at all. Then suddenly, the last 300, it switched back on. You understand? So you just need to be confident. Just hold on and tell yourself, I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. And then at the end, it switches on. Sometimes it doesn't. You go back home, you rest. You recover, and you go back and you freaking go kill it again. You understand? So, man.
Yeah, we should also talk about race tactics one day.
Yeah.
But hope we touched something in someone, educated you or relating to someone, because we are athletes as well. Or one of us is. One and a half of us, maybe half of you is still an athlete.
No, I'm still an athlete 100,000%, because every sport you are an athlete. I'm not an athlete runner.
Yeah.
I am an athlete training. I'm still training, but I do not compete.
Yeah.
I have not competed this year, so that's the only difference. Linaki injured, social runner for no.
We hope you got to get something from that, and I mean. Hey, what a day to record this episode. In a cold day in September in South Africa, it's very rare.
In September, when
it's October.
No.
It's October.
No, it's not. It's not the 31st. Yeah. It's October.
It is the entire month of October.
Yeah.
And I think it's Black History Month. If it's not next month,
but it's Black Friday beginning.
Black Friday is end of November.
So much that there comes another Black Friday without money.
What do you mean without money?
Yo, Salah Black Friday. I cannot Black Friday when you are ready and popped to kill the Black Friday.
I don't think. Okay, which is an irrelevant issue, but
it's irrelevant. But still, exactly.
I don't think I've been someone who has focused on Black Friday, because I believe it's just a mental thing. It's just a mental game.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe on the biggest thing, maybe electronic appliances.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other things are afraid to.
Yeah,
I know, but especially fella, which you can even find now. For instance, like running shoes. Go Woodmead or Atterbury. Where you go into Nike or Adidas or something like that. You would find proper shoes now at a very low price.
Good discount, yeah.
Same thing with Black Friday. Maybe you can find two at that price, But have you been someone who has been like, yo, Black Friday, I need to...
Zanga ka lalela Black Friday moja moja. Kusasa ke tlo lalela ke tlo ifihlela. I'm going
Why,
to arrive. It seems like this, you know, dog. I think as people, when you hear, when you go somewhere to a shop and you pass and it says special, immediately your mind goes,
Yeah.
what's special about this?
Yeah.
So when you say Black Friday, you think big special.
The corporate world is one that
Exactly.
has won that fight.
It's one, and you know, we've learned it in school. We literally do that at school.
Yeah.
A special, something that says special, just hojas your mind.
Yeah. In closing, I just wanted to take this moment to apologize to every viewer, every subscriber for not being consistent in our uploading or shooting or even posting on social media, you know, the short clips or everything like that. I would lie if I said it was tough to a point whereby I was going to die. Nah. It was just a bit tough, you know, a bit busy, a bit mentally and physically straining at the same time.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, nothing hectic to a point whereby we were dying or something, you know. But from now, I think let's get it on, Joe. Every Monday, 8 p.m. We're coming with the series.
I now have to say so. Yeah.
Series. Wanna say something?
No, it's not. I'll tell you after.
Yeah, and another thing. Been working on something coming out next week. I can't say what it is because it messes up plans. You know, you can plan something and somebody says, somebody says, let's not release it now, next week or the other week. But I've been working on something. I think I told you with DJ Athletics. Yeah, it's the first ever of its kind in South African athletics, and yeah, it's gonna be, I think, amazing. Let me not say life-changing or hype it up now. People expect a mind-blowing thing, but rather, yeah, a good thing for me and the growth of media in athletics. Yeah. What else?
Lena, look forward to it. I look forward to it. All I can say is, ladies and gentlemen, let's. Oh yeah, let me tell y'all though. My name is T to the H to the A to the P-E-L. Okay, that's Thapelo Mhlanga, aka Thappies. Your one and only MC. We here to do the most. When you guys wanna get lit, y'all gotta know. Rigichi, getting he so. Kalebota retobina the whole night. Yes, Kavota kita kubula mlomu. Retla dira so terra groove. I get a bona. Osilo and Avakcheli man.
Let's release our nominees next week. Possibly the same as World Athletics.
As World Athletics, it will be.
Yeah, and then maybe we will talk about it as time goes on. We're still on the mental health issues series. Let's get 4 parts of it. Surely one day we'll have a psychologist or a mental therapist or whatever. With that being said, ladies and G's, boys and G's, it has been the Forbidden Son of Athletics, KaraboJ, with another episode of the TrackInsider ZA. I was not alone, He was with Thapelo Mhlanga, aka Thappies, the one and only guys. We want to say thank you, always tune in, always do the most. Killer. Goodbye.
Say again.